In the winter of 2026, the city of Chicago felt colder than Marcus Reed remembered. Not because of the snow piling up against apartment windows or the freezing wind cutting through downtown streets, but because everything around him seemed expensive, fast, and impossible to catch. Rent had gone up again. Groceries cost nearly double what they did just a few years earlier. Every social media feed screamed about people making millions with crypto, AI startups, stocks, real estate, and side hustles, while Marcus sat in a tiny apartment staring at a checking account balance that barely survived payday. At 24 years old, Marcus worked customer support for a software company. He wasn't lazy. He worked overtime whenever it was available. He skipped vacations, rarely bought new clothes, and avoided eating out more than once a week. Yet somehow his bank account stayed stuck in survival mode. Every month felt like a reset button. He earned money, paid bills, and watched the balance disappear again. One Friday night, after a 12-hour shift, Marcus sat at his kitchen table with cold coffee and opened YouTube. Video after video promised financial freedom. Turn $100 into $10,000 fast. The secret stock strategy billionaires use. Why everyone will be rich in AI. Every thumbnail showed luxury cars, penthouses, and people smiling in front of charts exploding upward. Marcus clicked one after another. One creator said day trading was the answer. Another claimed real estate was the only path. Someone else insisted crypto would create the next generation of millionaires. Another talked about flipping online businesses. Every person sounded confident. Every comment section was full of people pretending they already won. Marcus felt overwhelmed. He opened a notes app and tried to create a plan. Stocks, crypto, ETFs, gold, real estate, dividend investing, AI companies, savings accounts. He stared at the list for nearly 10 minutes before deleting everything. The truth was simple. He didn't need 10 strategies. He needed one. The next morning, Marcus visited his grandfather, Leonard, on the south side of the city. Leonard Reed was 72 years old and had spent 40 years working as a bus driver. He never became rich, never owned yachts, never appeared successful online. But Leonard had something Marcus secretly admired more than anything. Peace. No debt collectors called him, no panic about bills, no stress every time inflation rose. His house was paid off. He had retirement savings. He slept well at night. Marcus sat across from him at the small dining table while Leonard made pancakes. "You look tired," Leonard said. "I'm trying to figure out investing." Leonard laughed softly. "Everybody trying to get rich fast again?" Marcus smiled awkwardly. "Maybe. What are you investing in?" "That's the problem. I don't know." Leonard placed a cup of coffee in front of him and sat down slowly. "You know the biggest mistake beginners make?" he asked. Marcus shook his head. "They think investing is supposed to feel exciting." The sentence stayed in Marcus's mind longer than he expected. Leonard stood up and walked toward an old bookshelf in the corner of the room. He pulled out a worn notebook filled with handwritten numbers and dates. "This," Leonard said, opening the notebook, "is what actually changed my life." Inside were decades of records, small monthly investments, tiny contributions, notes about market crashes, retirement account deposits, dividend payments. Marcus looked confused. That's it. No secret strategy? Nope. No risky trades? Nope. No getting rich overnight?" Leonard smiled. "Son, most people lose money chasing excitement. Wealth usually grows quietly." For the next 2 hours, Leonard explained the strategy that carried him through recessions, layoffs, housing crashes, and inflation. It wasn't glamorous. It wouldn't make someone rich in a month, but it worked. Consistent investing into broad market index funds, every month. No matter what headlines said, no matter who became famous online, no matter what the economy looked like. Marcus expected something more complicated. Instead, Leonard explained investing like planting trees. "You don't dig up a tree every week to see if it's growing," he said. "You water it, give it sunlight, and let time do the heavy work." That Monday, Marcus opened his first investment account. He started small, $200, that was it. Part of him felt embarrassed. Social media made it seem like everyone else invested thousands, but Leonard told him something important before he left. "Your first investment isn't about money," he said. "It's about identity. You stop being someone who only spends and become someone who builds." Marcus automated his investments every paycheck. A percentage went directly into low-cost index funds tracking the overall market. No guessing, no emotional decisions, No panic. At first, nothing happened. That was the hardest part. 3 months later, his account barely moved. Some weeks it dropped. News reports talked about recession fears. Influencers online screamed about market crashes. Crypto prices collapsed again. AI companies exploded upward and then fell just as quickly. Marcus felt tempted constantly. Every day there was a new opportunity. One coworker bragged about making quick money trading meme stocks. Another claimed a small AI coin would turn people into millionaires. Marcus almost moved all his money several times, but Leonard's words stayed in his head. Wealth usually grows quietly. So Marcus stayed consistent. Months turned into a year, then something changed. Not his account balance first, his mindset. He stopped checking prices every hour. He stopped chasing trends. He stopped feeling jealous every time someone online posted fake luxury lifestyles. Instead, he focused on increasing income, controlling spending, and continuing automatic investments. He read books during lunch breaks instead of scrolling endlessly through financial influencers. He learned how compound growth worked. He learned why most active traders underperformed the market over time. He learned that emotional investing destroyed more wealth than bad economies ever did. By late 2027, Marcus had saved more money than ever before in his life, not because he made risky bets, because he built consistent habits. One snowy evening, Marcus met his friend Daniel at a sports bar downtown. Daniel used to mock Marcus for investing slowly. "You still doing those boring index funds?" Daniel laughed. "Yeah." Daniel grinned confidently. "Bro, you're missing out. I'm telling you, AI microcap stocks are the future." Marcus smiled politely. 3 months later, Daniel lost nearly everything chasing leverage and hype trades. Marcus didn't laugh at him, because he understood something most beginners never realize. People don't fail at investing because they lack intelligence. They fail because emotions control them: fear during crashes, greed during hype, impatience during slow growth. The market rewarded discipline more than excitement. In 2028, Marcus received a promotion. Instead of upgrading apartments immediately, he increased his investment contributions. Friends called him cheap. Some thought he wasn't enjoying life enough. But Marcus wasn't miserable. He felt freedom growing quietly in the background. The first major moment happened unexpectedly. One Friday morning, his company announced layoffs. Entire departments disappeared overnight. Panic spread through the office. Marcus felt fear too, but unlike many coworkers, he had savings, investments, and emergency funds. For the first time in his adult life, he realized money no longer controlled every decision he made. That feeling was better than luxury, better than showing off online, better than expensive watches or rented cars. Security. Marcus survived the layoffs, but the experience changed him permanently. He understood why investing mattered. It wasn't only about becoming rich. It was about buying options. Options to leave toxic jobs, options to survive emergencies, options to help family, options to sleep peacefully. Over the next several years, Marcus continued following the same simple strategy. Automatic monthly investments into diversified funds, long-term thinking, patience, income growth, avoiding emotional decisions. The world kept changing around him. New technologies exploded. New trends appeared every year. Financial influencers kept selling shortcuts. People still searched for magical strategies. Meanwhile, Marcus quietly built wealth. By 2031, his investment portfolio crossed 6 figures. He celebrated alone with takeout food and a long walk through the city at night. No social media post, no flashy announcement, just gratitude. He remembered the exhausted 24-year-old version of himself sitting at a kitchen table drowning in confusion. That version of him believed investing had to be complicated. Now he understood the truth. Simple does not mean easy. Simple means repeatable. Around that same time, Marcus began mentoring younger employees at work. One intern named Sophie constantly stressed about investing. "What if I choose the wrong stock?" She asked one afternoon. "What if the market crashes? What if I start too late?" Marcus smiled because he remembered asking the exact same questions. He pulled out a notebook and drew 3 circles. The first circle represented time. The second represented consistency. The third represented emotional control. "That's the strategy," he said. Sophie frowned. "That sounds too simple." "It is simple," Marcus replied, "but most people won't follow it long enough." He explained that beginners often waste years searching for perfect timing while experienced investors focus on staying invested. Markets rise and fall. Economies change. Fear comes and goes, but disciplined investing across decades historically rewarded patience. Sophie started investing the next week. Small amounts, consistently, exactly like Marcus once did. Years later, Marcus visited Leonard again. The old man moved slower now, but his mind remained sharp. They sat on the porch watching cars pass through the neighborhood. "You were right," Marcus said quietly. Leonard smiled without looking at him. "About what?" "Investing." Leonard laughed softly. "You thought I was hiding some secret. I did. There is no secret." Most people just don't like boring answers. Marcus thought about how true that was. People wanted thrilling stories. They wanted overnight success. They wanted shortcuts. But wealth often came from ordinary decisions repeated consistently for years. The funny thing was Marcus eventually did become financially successful, not billionaire successful. Not internet guru successful, but genuinely free. He bought a home carefully within budget, helped his mother retire earlier than expected, traveled occasionally without debt, built a life where emergencies no longer destroyed him financially. And it all started with one decision: not chasing every trend, not gambling. Not trying to become rich instantly, just following one simple investment strategy consistently. By 2035, Marcus noticed something strange whenever younger people asked for advice. They rarely wanted the real answer. They wanted excitement. When he explained diversified long-term investing, many looked disappointed. "That's it. That's it. No secret AI stock. No guaranteed crypto. No shortcut." Marcus would smile the same way Leonard once smiled at him. The shortcut is time. One autumn evening, Marcus walked through downtown Chicago after work. Giant digital billboards advertised luxury lifestyles, trading apps, and instant success. Everywhere he looked, companies sold urgency. Get rich faster, trade smarter, win bigger. But Marcus no longer felt pulled by those messages because he learned something powerful. Real wealth grows slowly enough that most people quit before seeing it. That was the tragedy and the opportunity. The beginners who succeeded in 2026 weren't the ones who predicted every trend correctly. They weren't the loudest online. They weren't financial geniuses. They were the people who built systems instead of chasing emotions. The people who automated investing before spending. The people who stayed calm during crashes. The people who understood that investing was less about intelligence and more about behavior. Marcus stopped near the Chicago River and looked at the city lights reflecting across the water. Years earlier, he thought investing was about becoming someone else. Now he realized it was about becoming stable enough to fully become himself. That was the real return. Not just money, freedom from constant fear, freedom from paycheck panic, freedom from pretending to be successful while secretly struggling. And maybe that was why the best investment strategy for beginners in 2026 remains surprisingly simple. Earn consistently, spend carefully, invest automatically, stay patient, ignore noise, repeat for years. Because while the world changes constantly, human behavior rarely does. People will always chase shortcuts. Markets will always rise and fall. Fear and greed will always exist, but disciplined patience will always remain valuable. Marcus smiled to himself as cold wind moved through the city streets. The strategy never became exciting. It became something better, reliable.